you know, it is what it is. Like, either way. So, working on a character in the story right now that's from this part of the world. In another previous stream, I talked about how I'm so excited to get to this part of the world. So even though, you know, I'm starting in the southeast and I work towards the northwest, you know, I work from the south, work my way up when I'm working on these things and all that other stuff. It's just the way I'm kind of working up the map. So I haven't gotten to over this area yet. So I'm gonna go here and then cut across this area right here. So I'd be embarrassed to show this stuff, and I am embarrassed to show it. If, cause I'd like to get to this point because I'm like really excited to kind of just, and I don't even know why, to like really work on this character. This character doesn't even, I don't even know what they do in the story. Like I know who they are and what they're there for. It's just there for me. I've already shared how I structured the story from yellow. It's color coded from yellow to purple, and there's like 7 colors, and it's almost like a Roy G. Biv sort of situation, but not exactly. So I'm just really excited for this character. I think I really wanted to make something cool with this character. I think maybe because the character spends a little bit less time in the storyline, maybe they get to be a little bit more ostentatious is the word, maybe. So it's like I really wanted to work on this character, and when I started I wasn't really getting it, you know. And then I started kind of finding it, and I got really heavy here. Look how heavy that is, you know what I mean? Like, that's embarrassing to me. But yeah, so you know, different levels of illustration, different levels of style, different approaches to trying to get this character. Something that's interesting to look at when I look at stuff like this is my sketchbook. It's all rough and raw. If I were to like scan this in and upload it onto my website, I would want to organize it and reorganize it a bit, maybe, and maybe put the sketches kind of like in an order, you know what I mean? If you don't know what I mean, let me show you. Let me give me a second. Alright, so, you know, looking at my garbage sketches over here of this character that doesn't even have that much time in the story, but is in kind of like a important part, who I still haven't finalized the design on because I'm still finding it, but you can see all the work that goes into thinking about this. And this is on the side sketchbook, you know. Stuff like that reminds me of stuff like this, and you're like, hold up, what? Andrew, how dare you? Stuff like that reminds me, well, this is their beautiful book of their beautiful concept art, and I mean, look at this, like, they just had people working on cityscapes, right? And, you know, working on all this stuff. I love these books. But this is some of the cool stuff. Her character design, right? Look at the style. Does this look anything like the game? Sure, it's a girl with a bow and arrow. Sure, Aloy. She's a girl with a bow and arrow, but does this look anything like the game? No. Can you see the game in these drawings? Yes. But does this look anything like the game? No. I mean, this is a studio, so part of it is you know, a hiring of different artists, and to get their take, you have a director, and they say, hey, an art director, and they say, hey, let's try to get this let's try to get this bone arrow chick. You know what I'm saying? She's in a post-apocalyptic world where, you know, humans have gone back to tribalism, and, you know, she's a weirdo. She's a redheaded stepchild of this future post-apocalyptic world. She's an anime character. She doesn't have parents. She's an anime character. She's a clone. Oops. Spoilers. Does this look anything like the game? This almost looks like the beginning of the second game when you play her as a kid. Or something like that. Or maybe it's in the first game you play her as a kid. I always remember like being like, damn, she has a big ass head. And this is kind of like her with that big ass head design when she was a little kid. But does this look anything like the game? It doesn't. This looks like the game. I think they started finding it. You don't even see her face. There it is. There it is. This is what I mean by what I'm doing, what I'm working on, my crap. It's like, you know, dreaming big and all that other stuff. But actually putting the work in, that's what's more important. So it's like, yeah, I can work on all these things, but if I did upload them, I could upload the raws, and I might, you know what I mean? Like in my sketchbook page on my website, go check out the sketchbook page on the website. Some of that work goes all the way back to, I don't know when. But yeah, I would take all these things and then reorganize them in a way that kind of built into detail, where at the end I would probably save like this for the end, even though it still doesn't elicit, like maybe this one for the end, like these two. But then I would probably, like, you know what I mean? Shows all the different everything, even head scale. I was like, damn, how big am I gonna make her head? Am I gonna give her a big ass head, like big ass headed Aloy? Like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm still pushing this character, still trying to figure it out, because I definitely have not found it, but it's getting there. That character is over here, and I'm over here, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna cross this body of water, get onto this part of the land, start hitting up some of these spots, and then land over here. And by the time I get over there, I get to work on this character, and you kind of got just a sneak preview to it just now. It's I shot over my hour that I said I had. I kind of talked about everything that I wanted. Like, I didn't get into everything, but I think I got into enough to kind of show you guys what I'm talking about when I'm working on my sketchbooks. My sketchbook here, my watercolor sketchbook that I did the fish guy on. I'll probably do, you know, when I get, I'll probably work on those like 15 characters here, like on this book, and then once I kind of find a flow for them, boom, jump into the watercolors and then hit them up with a little bit of that little brush action, you know what I'm saying? Oh man, the Bayonetta study. That shit took forever. The Bayonetta study. I still love this biker design. So dope. I could see this in Resident Evil all day. I could see this in Resident Evil all day. I mean, if Ada just decided to go completely gangster, like I guess this would be, you know, that's how she would go. But yeah, I'm GMrDrew, y'all. At GMrDrew on all socials. Follow, like, subscribe. Any and all support is appreciated. GMrDrew.Art, the website. Check it out. Like I said, I gave a few shout outs throughout the stream about stuff that you can find on there. Check it out. The Andrew Gloszewski Experience, episode 451, behind the scenes. Just talking about the process. Just talking about where it started, where it began. I'm sorry I didn't find the like when I was talking about the robot character, I didn't even like talk about my my Jay Lee, Transformers comic book. Jay Lee was the guy who convinced me that I could draw robots. Check this out. Because my style, well, honestly, I discovered this comic book, and then I discovered Jay Lee after that. So when I saw Jay Lee's robots, and man, the camera's picking this up actually really well because it's so dark. You know, this print is so dark actually. He makes the Transformers look like living things. Like, I believe in Cybertron when I see this. I believe in Megatron's coup d'etat against the world. You know what I'm saying? I can believe that when I see this. Just in like that old Arkham Asylum comic book that has all the different styles per panel. When I remember seeing this and just being like, I could draw that. Not I can draw this, but I could draw a robot. If this guy can draw a robot like this, I could draw a robot. Look, I mean, yeah. So GMrDrew.Art, my website, check it out. Links to everything in there, except for my OnlyFans. I'm still working on setting that up. But yeah, man, I got the OnlyFans. Check that out too. Patreon, get some commissions. Merch store, get some merch. Yeah. Other than that, man, I want to thank y'all for watching, and love y'all.